My name is Nicholas Phat Nguyen, and I'm a fashion designer of Mysterious by NPN. I was born in Vietnam in 1989. When you grow up in Vietnam, the only idea that you have about America is that it's heaven on earth. Like that's how everybody see it. The first year was good because the first year, I was 15. I've been living here by myself since, basically. I am like the biggest risk taker ever. Everything I do is just I took risks. Like I am completely different with my whole family. Like it sucks to say this, but that's why I love my parents a lot. But I don't have that kind of connection that I supposed to have with my parents. But I do with my grandma. So like she's my biggest support. Growing up, she is my idol for sure. She's like the strongest woman I ever met in my entire life. And that's why I took the biggest risk of my life. One of my friends obliged me to Fashion X Austin Fashion Week. Out of nowhere, it's like you have to do something. This is your last year of college, you need to be graduated soon. You need to you're gonna graduate, you need to do something. So I went to Joanne, bought my sewing machine. I remember the last dress I had to hand stitch on the car when my friend drove me from Houston to Austin the same day to make it for the show. So I literally have to hand stitching those beads and like the crystal on the car to just make it to the show. So that's how crazy it was. But we made it there, and the show was successful. And one important detail is that my grandma was there, and that's changed everything. After the show, she told me that you go back to Vietnam and I will help you set up your studio and the rest is yours. So that's how Mysterious started. My first collection, I named it Bang Bang because it's reminding me of the song that I grew up with, that I always listening to. It's like bang bang, he shot me down, bang bang, I hit the ground. And then I bought a lot of gold paints. And then the reason why I'm using gold is that I'm not bleeding blood. I'm bleeding liquid gold, honey. Because of that collection, I actually really finding another love of my life. And that's where the second collection come life. I call the second collection Another Love. I finally move on from what I thought is the love of my life, like everything I put all my life and effort into it. And because of fashion, I find another love of my life. And then come to the third collection, Voi. Voi in Vietnamese means elephant. Before I even fashion started, my grandpa was in the better health, and he shipped over a piece of fabric. I want to use that fabric for the whole collection. So I went back to Vietnam. I went to the same place that he did, and I told her that whatever you have, I want them all. My fourth collection, I call it Mysterious because each dress is a letter. It started with the M, Y, and an S, T, E, R, I, O, U, S to spell out my company name, Mysterious. And then that's when the collection Cyclical was born. Cyclical is the idea that I have in my mind is that life, how the struggle, the life, like everything we have, it's like a circle of life, basically. It goes around and around, like doesn't matter where you go, deep down you always have that one flaw, that one spot that you always going back to. So my latest collection is escapement. All I want to do is just, share how I want to escape the reality. And sometimes it needs to sit in front of something that's so much bigger than you for you to realize that you are really nothing in this universe. And because of that, you will try to push yourself harder to do the impossible. Thank you everyone for attending this great cause. Tonight, I'm excited to share my 6 collections, completing my body of work for the last 6 years.